Okay, what I'm going to show you today is how I warm up pizza. I don't have a microwave at my house because my kitchen's really small and I don't have room for one. And also, microwave pizza is pretty gross. So what I have is just a frying pan. You can use one with sides on it. I just happen to have this little flat one. It also has to be oven safe, so I have a metal handle on it that I know can go underneath my broiler because the last step of this is to broil it. So I use the pan to first heat the bottom of the pizza. So I turned it on to about medium. On my stove, that's about a 6, but your stove might be different. And then I take the pizza. This is just some cold pizza. So I put those on there and I'm going to let them sit for a couple minutes while the bottoms crisp up so that you get that nice texture that you want on the bottom of your pizza. So that'll take a couple of minutes. And while we're waiting for that to happen, I'll tell you about the next step. So what you're going to do next after the bottoms get how you want it is to put it under the broiler. So I take this out of the oven. The broiler is on the top of your oven. So if you look inside your oven and look up, there's a heat element on the top, and that's where the broiling happens. And so I'm going to turn that on. It goes on at about 500 degrees, so that's super hot. I'm turning it on right now because I know my shelf is in the right spot, but you might need to move your shelf up before you broil. So you want it to be like 3 to 5 inches from the broiler. So try to move your rack in the oven high up so that the heat can reach it. So I can start to hear my pizza sizzle. I'm just pressing it down because it curled up a little bit and I want all the edges of the crust to touch. And we're going to let that go. Now if you carefully pick one up and look, you can kind of feel it. It's still a little soggy in some spots, but other spots are starting to feel crispy. So I'm going to let it go a few more minutes. Takes a little longer than the microwave, but it's worth it. All right, so we're starting to get there. That one seems pretty good. Careful when you're picking them up that you don't touch the pan. It needs a little longer. It needs a little longer. All right, it's hard to do one-handed, but you don't want to cook the crust again. You just want to heat it up and get the moisture out that is collected from the sauce and the grease and the steam from all the other stuff. So basically in this 2-part process, we're just going to cook the bottom side first, and then we'll cook the top part under the broiler, and then it will be good to go. So now because it's mostly there, and the pan still will have residual heat on it, I don't need to keep heating it, I'm going to turn the oven off. And then, my hand is in the way, turn the oven off. And then I'm going to put this under the broiler. Here's the broiler in your oven. You can see mine is heated up. Sorry about the oven light. I left those other 2 pans in there because it's only going in for a minute or 2. Probably should have taken them out because that's safer. Fig, get out of the oven. So you can see my shelf is very close to the broiler. And I'm just going to take my pizza and I'm going to slide it underneath the broiler. And I'm going to stay close by and watch it pretty closely. I also don't like to shut the door all the way, if I can help it. Let some of that heat out, and then it also helps you to remember that it's there and to peek in at it and make sure that it's cooking. So I'm going to give this a couple of seconds under the broiler. You can kind of see it cooking from here. Do you want to see Fig? Hi, Figgy. Hi, Figgy. Hi, sweetie. All right, it's almost done. I can hear it. Now, when I take it out, I'm going to have a hot mitt ready because that handle is going to get hot. It will conduct the heat of the oven. Like I said, it's 500 degrees in there. We have to be smart about it. I also am using a glove to cover my whole hand because one time I was taking something out of the broiler and I just had the square on my hand and I hit the broiler element with my thumbnail and it was pretty yucky. All right, let's take a look. You can see it's starting to crisp up. Cheese is getting bubbly. I want it a little bit more in the middle. Also, don't mind some of the crust from, I stacked the pizza when I put it in in the fridge last night, so some of the crust stuck together a little bit, but that'll just toast up on top and I won't mind that at all. All right, so that's the process. When it's as done as you want it, you take it out and you cool it a little bit and then you eat it. All right, so I just took it out. You can see the cheese is melty. The pepperonis are getting kind of crispy and it's ready to eat. So that's how I heat up my pizza. It takes a little longer than the microwave, but turn off the oven. I think it's super worth it. I mean, it tastes like it's fresh made again. So there you go. Hope you're having a great day. Stay inside.